Hey, welcome everybody. So in this video, I wanted to go through the process of creating exercise 11. So to do that, I'm going to go to new. We're going to use a metric template. We're going to go to standard millimeters. I'm going to click the create. And we're going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to start it on this XY plane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create those three kind of circles first. So I'm going to go to circle, center point. I'm going to start the bottom one here on this origin. The center is going to be right there. And that's going to have a radius of 15. So I'm right now I'm on the diameter. So I don't want the diameter, right? So I'm going to right click, change this to radius. Now, so my radius is going to be 15. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So all three of those outer circles are going to have the same radius. So I'm just going to create another circle somewhere up here. Actually, I'm not going to try to line them up at first. Let me draw it off to the side here. So this is going to be 15. I'm going to have another one somewhere over here. That's going to be 15. Then I'm going to line these up. So I want to click on my vertical constraint. I'm going to click the center of this circle, the center of this circle, and that lines them up vertically. And then I'm going to add a dimension from the center of one to the center of the other. And that's going to be 80. And then what I want to do is I want to make a dimension from the center of these to the center of this one, and that's going to be 70. And then this is going to be 40 from the center of this circle to the center of this circle. So we're going to put this over here. That's going to be 40. So I have those. Now what I can do is I'm going to draw lines to kind of close this shape. So I'm going to go to my line tool. I'm going to click on this and go straight up. I'm going to click over here, down, click this bottom of the circle. I don't know if there's a bottom of a circle, but you know what I mean. Straight across over to here. Top of the circle, or the top quadrant, straight across like so. We're going to right click, hit OK. So I think we're good on that. So I am going to finish my sketch. I could trim these out, but I'm just going to finish my sketch here. I'm going to extrude this, and this. I'm going to go symmetrically, and that's going to have a distance or a thickness of, what is that going to be, 20? That's going to be 20, like so. Now next thing I can do is I can create a hole, and I'm going to use this first option, simple hole. The second one is going to be counter bore. It's going to go all the way through. So this outer diameter of that hole is going to be, I'm looking, let's see what it says. It's going to be 20. So this is going to be 20. And then the depth of that is going to be 10. And then this diameter hole is going to be, what is that? That's going to be 10. And so I'm going to click on the surface here just to place the hole, and then to center it where it needs to be, I'm going to click on the outside kind of arc here and kind of do that for each one. So just click to place it, click the arc, click to place it, click the arc. So those are all centered, and just make sure it goes all the way through. And I'm going to hit okay. So there's that. You can see that the center circle there goes all the way through, and then the middle one there goes back a depth of 10. And so now all we need to do is kind of draw that little extra piece on the side. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this face here. I'm going to draw a slot. So under the rectangle, I'm going to go slot center to center. Yeah, let's do that. And off to the side, I'm just going to draw a slot. So from here, let's say straight up, that's going to have a distance of 20. And then I'm going to pull it out to the right. That's going to have it has a radius of 15. So I'm trying to think, if I make it a 15, a radius of 15, that looks about right. I'm going to type in 15 here. So make sure it has a radius of 15, not a diameter of 15. So I know it's a radius because it's measuring from the center of this circle to the arc there. So that's the radius. And then what I want to do is kind of move this in place. So if I dimension from the center of this circle to the center of this, that's going to be 30. And then from the center of this to the center of this again, that's going to be 20. All right, so one thing I want to point out is, so if you look at the image, this arc, it starts here, but it doesn't go all the way back down. What it does is, there's a line from the top of this arc straight across, and then from the bottom of this straight across like that. And then I can trim this out. I can trim this piece, this piece, this piece. Trim that piece out. So we got that. Now I can finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to go to this back face and make sure it's not cut. It's gonna be a join. Click OK. So now lastly, we can kind of create that slot that cuts all the way through. So start 2D sketch on this face. So the slot center to center. Now I have the two centers here already, so it's going to be a slot from this center to this center. We're going to drag it out. That has a radius of 7.5. And then I can just finish the sketch. I can extrude this. I'm going to cut it all the way through. Click OK. So there is our solid part there. Now you can go in and add the textures of the different colors of the sides if you want, but I'm just going to go up to default. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my blue wall paint glossy on it. And then we're going to save that and call it a day. So that's kind of how you do that. Just make sure that this arc here, it goes up to the top and then straight across. I'm seeing a lot of this kind of curves back down to hit that other side, but it just goes straight across there. And yeah, make sure that your radiuses are radiuses and your diameters are diameters, and you'll be good to go there. All right, so peace out.